Good morning to one and all. This is Dr. P. Lavanya, working as Associate Professor in MBA Department in Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Dundigal, Hyderabad. So, we are in the form of case studies. So, in case of case studies, we comes under the some of the example of the case studies on competitive dynamics. Means what type of changes we can identify due to the competitive environment for certain companies. So, in that extensively, we go for two types of case studies. One is the case study relating to the Boeing and the aircraft manufacturing industry, and another case study we come across like Ford, the automobile manufacturing industry. So, these are the two types of case studies which we can enhance or we can elaborate relating to the competitive dynamics of the organizations. So, first we'll comes to the case study 1. That is Boeing, the aircraft manufacturing industries. So, in this case study here, we want to explore about the Boeing's production cost structure and also how these aircraft manufacturing industry has been involves in identifying the supply chain management. Means analyzing the Boeing supply chain management practices and how the latest techniques like lean manufacturing techniques and role of economics in driving cost reduction was enhanced in the Boeing manufacturing, this aircraft manufacturing. Along with that, the competitive dynamics of the aircraft, considering the challenges that what Boeing has been faced in case of 737 MAX crisis. So, this is the case study what we can go relating to the aircraft industry. As we know, Boeing, it is one of largely manufacturing aircraft industry which involves in the innovative mechanism relating to the supply chain management and the competitive dynamics. And along with that, one crisis has been happened in the Boeing. So, with that, what sort of challenges does the Boeing aircraft has been taken? And at the same way, what type of remedies that organization has been considered will be enhanced in this case study. So, first we will see relating to the Boeing. So, Boeing, it is a major play in the aircraft manufacturing industry which has been a key contribution in case of global aviation market. As we know, the aircraft market globally, Boeing is having a good reputation and name and fame. And this case study tells about the Boeing's cost structure, production, and exploring the what are the critical habits such as supply chain management, lean manufacturing techniques, economies of the scale, and competitive dynamics. Means these are the some of the key contributors or the factors critically we can analyze which enhanced the overall reputation for the Boeing. And along with these, we want to identify what challenges that has been arised from 737 MAX crisis of Boeing. So, first we will see what is this 737 MAX crisis of Boeing. So, on March 10th of 2019, an accident in Ethiopia ignited that crisis affect the global aviation industry and become as a repetitive threat to the biggest explorers of United States. Means the aircraft, an incident happened in Ethiopia from the US exporter with a repeating causing a threat for the reputation to the United States. So Boeing, it is a Kenya bound Boeing of 737 belonging to the Ethiopian Airlines. So these Ethiopian Airlines of flight number 302 come down to the near a small village, a killing of all 157 people abroad of 6 minutes of takeover from Boli airport. So the aircraft was related to the Boeing, but the Ethiopia which has been launched, the Kenyan boarding company. So where after launching for 5 minutes, takeoff boarding itself, it was crashed in a small village called, which was takeoff from the Boli airport. So with these incidents, they have been happened. The similar means after 2019, the another incident has been happened to the Boeing aircraft, like a fashion to the Lion Air incidents, which has been taken place in the Indonesia, which involves in another 737 MAX crisis, like which was taken, but it was taken in the October 8th of previous year and killed all crews upon the board. Means two incident which was happened in case of 2019 relating to the issues due to the issues or involvement of the challenges. Crashing of these two aircraft has given a sort of losing reputation for the Boeing aircraft. So here we comes across that with these two incidents, what the Boeing aircraft has been taken or how it has been overcome these challenges we can identify. So first, the Boeing has been gave the concentration upon the supply chain management. So Boeing having the supply chain management practice plays a pivotal role overall the efficiency and cost effectiveness. Means overall efficiency has been done by effectiveness of the cost by the supply chain management. And the company relies upon the complex network of the suppliers who are the global partners, and efficiency of this supply chain impact the Boeing abilities to meet the production timelines and also the cost controlling of the cost. Means these Boeing company network where it is having the supply which was done by its raw material or the parts or globally. So the efficiency in case of supply chain management has been impacted the ability to meet the production and also control the cost. And challenges relating to the supply chain management has been led to the disruption of delay and affecting the entire production process. Means different challenges relating to the delay of getting the raw materials or maybe affecting the entire product process to be minimized. So with these challenges what this supply chain management has been involved in the Boeing, the company itself has been analyzed by evaluating the effective Boeing supply chain management in terms of flexibility, resilience and responsiveness. Means effective supply chain management we can done by providing the flexibility, means changing or adopting the changes from the chain suppliers or enhancing the multiple suppliers, fastest deliveries and getting the quick responsiveness or the some of the things what the Boeing has been taken or rectifying aspects has been done, which assess by adopting these things the company itself may assess the managing the risk associated with the global sourcing and which has impact upon the production capability. By taking these above things into the consideration like flexibility and responsiveness, the organization able to manage the risk associated by outsourcing, means globally we are having outsourcing and increases the production capabilities. And the next another technique that Boeing has been taken was lean manufacturing techniques. So it is one type of technique which was given by the Japanese quality management system, and it was philosophically aimed at minimizing the waste and maximizing the efficiency. The quality controlling techniques or the quality management technique has been given by the Japanese as the lean management. So where the waste should be locally minimized and maximum efficiency in overall operating activities could be done. So this case study examine that how the Boeing has been implemented these lean principles, lean Japanese manufacturing principles in its production process and assessing the impact on the cost reduction, cycling time and overall operational efficiencies. Means these lean principles has been given advanced processing techniques which gave an impact upon the cost reduction, means decreasing of the per unit cost of the product, and also the cycling time, means production time what it required. By reducing the production time we can manufacture the products many times, and overall efficiency relating to the organization internal activities has been increased by adopting the lean manufacturing techniques. So the competitive dynamic or the comprehensive analysis relating to identified the lean manufacturing technique in Boeing was evaluated the application of these manufacturing techniques, highlighted for the successful implementation and exploring the any sort of challenges or the limitation that the company faces in adaptation of lean practices. Means fluent supply of the required assistance was done by the Boeing such that the lean manufacturing principles has been perfectly applied in the organization, helpful for the successfulness of the organization. So with this another one like economies of the scale. So Boeing itself also involved in large scale production as it is a global aviation supplying center. So that's why the aircraft manufacturing industries here fixes the costs which are associated with research, development and production. So large scale manufacturing involves in having the research and development facilities relating to the production of activities. And we can analyze that Boeing has been, the aircraft industry itself has been involved in leveraging or balancing the economies of the scale. Due to these economies of the scale where the cost of production increased, decreased and improved profitability of the organization. So due to the decrease of the cost and good profitability, so it was able to capture a competitive market share, means it is capturing more market share rather than its competitors. So with these aspects, economies of the scale and leveraging of these economies, we can analyze that Boeing has been utilization of these economies by cost of producing the production volumes, cost structure and pricing strategies. Means it gave impact, or in case where we can see that production was increased to larger extent and cost was decreased and pricing strategies has been identified. Here we can consider that how Boeing has been enhanced the economies of the scales which contributed for the competitive advantage for the industry. So along with these, we can also identify the competitive dynamics which has been taken place in the Boeing air manufacturing industries. So and these the considering the key players are Abibus, which was the key players was Airbus, so which itself has been given with another slogan saying that Airbus is available to the consumers like Boeing Airbus. So evaluating the Boeing's market positioning, market shares and strategic innovatives has been made it to initiate the market to maintain or enhance the competitive edge. Means Boeing by with a new type of advertising or maybe attracting the consumers, it has been captured the market position with strategic incentives and enhancing the competition edge. So analyzing the factors such as innovation, product differentiation and consumer relationship has also played an important role in order to identify the external competitive dynamics for the Boeing. So with these factors, the Boeing aircraft industry has been analyzed the competitive positions and what are its major competitors and assessing the strategies which to be employed in order to face the competitors in the competitive market. So with these, Boeing stayed ahead in the market, considering the implications what it has to be followed in pricing strategies upon the overall industrial changes or the dynamics. So with these, already we have seen the innovations or that competitive dynamics enhanced in the Boeing, and which made a challenge to get a recommendation for 737 MAX crisis, which is considered this case study exploring that what are the crises and considering the causes, consequences, and already we have seen what are the challenges faced by the Boeing. So here we examine by affecting the Boeing's reputation, financial position, and also the relationship of customers and the regulators. So we can evaluate the response and recovery effect what the Boeing has been taken after these 737 MAX crisis. So with these, we has been critically impact, means these Boeing aircraft tragedy has a lot of impact upon the Boeing aircraft industry, where it is having implication upon its production process and supply chain management and overall business strategies. So considering or learning the lessons what we have seen from 733 MAX crisis, here the Boeing has regained its trust and ensure the safety and the reliability of its aircraft. By taking a challenge of these crises, Boeing itself has been done a lot of innovative effects and overall correcting measures in order to gain once again the old reputation and trust, and also ensures the safety for the consumers. So in this way, we can conclude this case study by summarizing or finding the highlights of the case or tragedy happened by 737 crisis. With that, the Boeing highlighted its strengths, weaknesses and opportunities and threats. Means itself has been done for its own organization, the SWOT analysis in aircraft industries, and also itself has been providing the recommendations in order to implement and considering the challenges what identified in evolving the dynamics of the aviation markets. Means itself gives a recommendation in order to face or how it faced the challenges and once again gained a reputation in the aviation market. So these are the competitive dynamics which we can identify in case of Boeing aircraft industry. Along with that, we go for another case study relating to these competitive dynamics of Ford, the automobile industry. So in this case study, it looks relating to the Ford production cost structure in the automobile industry, and also this case will examines the Ford's automation and means using of automation means using machineries in a latest or innovative manner, and how the robotics was used in the automobile production process. And it also helping relating to the supply chain management practices, and the role of economies of the scale in driving the cost reduction. So in this fraud, the automobile industry case where we can face the competitive dynamics of automobile industries and what are the challenges that industry was facing, and also adopting the changes what the customers required, preferencing their change of the taste and the preference of the customers, and with the help of the new technologies. So these are the things which we want to explore in this automobile case study. So where first we'll see the or analyze the key aspects of this case study on the fraud, the automobile industry. So first aspect was related to the production and cost structure. So what type of efforts that Ford has been made relating to the automation means machinerization of its production units and by enhancing the robotic services in utilization of or production of these automobile, industrial or spare parts. So the use of automation and robotics in the production process aimed the organizations relating to the improving of efficiencies and reducing the human error. By enhancing the automation, machinerization or industrialization, the human errors could be minimized. Once the human errors are minimized, when the perfect machinery activity is going, 99.99% accuracy we are able to identify in the production, may be related to the quality or maybe the overall productivity efficiencies. So by utilization of this automation and robotics, the organization enhancing the overall efficiency in the production and implemented the advanced technology which has been leads to the cost saving and increasing the output. By analyzing these robotic techniques where we can decrease the cost and also we can increase the output. And the second aspect where the organization has been challenged was related to the economies of scale. So by increasing the large scale production, this organization has been enhanced the economies of the scales, like by having these leverage economies means balancing the internal and external advantages and removing the disadvantages due to the larger scale production, which has made the organization to the downwards or cutting or driving the down of cost, means decreasing of the cost, which helps in increased production and also average cost per unit has tend to decreased. Due to the enhancing the importance of economies of the scale, overall cost was decreased and production was increased. And the common strategy what automobile industry used was large scale production leads to the cost advantage, means it's a common for each and every organization when we go in a large scale production, which creates or provides us advantage relating to the decreasing of cost. So with this, the fourth also has been a keen efforts made upon the supply chain management practices, which are crucial in enhancing the smooth flow of materials and components from supplier to the production facilities. Means a perfect supply management helps the organizations for a continuous flow of materials to the production units, which enhance the overall quality of the production. With these supply chain management, effectiveness has been leads to the decrease or cost saving and reduce the lead time. Lead time means manufacturing time. Once the manufacturing time was reduced, many times we can go for manufacturing of the goods. Means the time and cost has been saved and decreased response to the market demand. So itself has been increased. The marketing response was increasing, which become as a plus point by considering the good enhancement techniques in supply chain management practices. So with these, the Ford industry itself has been came with the competitive dynamics of automobile industries, like market positioning. What type of dynamisms or the changes we want to take was first point we come across, or the factor is relating to the market positioning. In this case, we explored that how Ford positioned itself in the competitive landscape. So which factors enhanced or helped for the organization to position itself in the competitive landscape was its pricing strategies. Dynamic pricing, competitive pricing strategies has been enhanced. And at the same way, in the automobile, special features and the robotic enhancement features, that is product differentiated features. utilization of robotics, automatic glasses, or maybe the flexibility in case of driving systems. So different types of product features has been enhanced and done with the help of the marketing efforts. So market position has been done by the pricing strategies. So along with that, the global competition is also enhanced by these industry, as the nature of this industry was an automobile industry where the company itself has manufactured in the large scale such that global supply of the articles or the producted of automobiles has been placed at an international level. And this could involve the strategies, means it gave consideration globally to the regional markets and the regulatory environment, and also relating to the consumer preferences. Means when we have in a global landscape, the organization gave what the importance or the challenges they want to face relating to the regional markets and also regulatory environment. Means how to face the regulatory environment of different nations. Why? Because it's an international market. So the regulatory environment from one nation to the or one country to the another maybe differs. So that's why we have the changes of these regulatory environment, and consumer taste preference will also changes as it is positioned itself in the global market. So with these competitive dynamics, the fraud also faced some of the challenges relating to its manufacturing or the production sector. So the first challenges faced relating to the consumer side, that is adopting the change of consumer preferences. So always the organization success will be depends upon the adopting the dynamics of the changeability of the market. So fraud also, the company faced the consumers highlighted the challenges what adopting relating to the shift in the consumer preferences, like growing demand relating to the electrical vehicles. We can identify that petrol, diesel, the fraud itself has been given preference or given its variety in the automobile industry, like two-wheelers and four-wheelers and electrical vehicles at a global level. Means consumers requirement. So these electrical vehicles not only the requirement of a consumer, it is also globally required in order to move or in order to eliminate the international enhancement. Means in order to decrease the pollution or international sustainability to be identified in case of these fraud organization. So with these electrical vehicles, it made sustainable and also the connectivity features to the different environmental efforts. So with these, the new technological aspects will also be enhanced by these automobile industry, as technology involves in the case may be discussed that integration of new technologies like electric and automation vehicles. Means robotic driving enhancement facilities is also provided, and which is faced a challenge by the fraud organization. So this involves not only in updating the production processes but also staying ahead in research and development. Once we go on continuously in research and development only, we are able to face the challenges from the external environment, and also we can give a changeable or the preferred customer designed product once by identifying the customer taste and preferences. So with these, we can give the conclusion of this automobile industry, as itself is an essential to consider the interplay of the factors. Means combination of the different items which has been impact upon the overall competitiveness of the fraud, profitability and ability to adopt the rapidly changing industries. Means itself has been taken the conservation and removing the pollution and sustaining internationality of environment are some of the important features. Why? Because the automobile industry is one of the industry which was providing a major carbons released in the environmental pollution. So itself made a lot of concentrated efforts in order to give further rapidly competition and increased its profitability and faced the external competition. And at the same way, we can recommend for these Ford automobile manufacturing industry as to identify the future strategies and areas so which we can improve and explore a basic type or basis for inciting gaining for the analysis. Means more analytical through research and development, more extracted analysis we can done such that which will help for the organizational development and also the sustaining the global environment. So there were the two case studies which we have been interference relating to the competitive dynamics and innovation mechanism. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.